Good morning, evening, everyone. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a situation where someone's words, their tone, or even their actions cut deep? The kind of disrespect that makes you want to leap out of your chair and defend yourself right then and there. I know that feeling. It's human. It's natural. But today I want to talk about the power in choosing silence. Silence is not a sign of defeat. Oh no, silence is a declaration of strength. It's standing tall and saying, I know my worth and I will not let anyone else dictate my reaction, because here's the truth: disrespect is not about you, it's about them. Their insecurities, their struggles, their inability to handle you. When you stay quiet, you take control of the story. You rob them of the satisfaction of your anger, your hurt, your pain. You send a clear message that you will not stoop to their level. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Oh, it's far from easy. It takes courage to pause, breathe, and resist the urge to clap back. But in that pause, you find clarity. You find the space to decide what truly matters. And here's the beautiful part: time will do what words cannot. Over time, the world sees the truth. Your silence lets their disrespect echo back to them like a boomerang, while you continue to rise unshaken, undeterred. We all have moments when we feel compelled to fight back. But I want to challenge you to see those moments as opportunities not to react, but to reflect, to focus not on what they did to you, but on what you're going to do for yourself. Because when you stay quiet, you claim the most important victory of all: peace. The power of restraint is one of the most underestimated yet transformative qualities a person can possess. It is the ability to hold back when every instinct urges you to lash out, to speak when silence is more powerful, or to act impulsively when patience is the wiser path. Restraint is not about suppressing yourself or denying your feelings. It's about channeling them in a way that serves your growth and preserves your peace. When you choose restraint, you take command of your emotions rather than letting them control you. It's easy to react in the heat of the moment, to let anger, frustration, or hurt dictate your words or actions. But true strength lies in pausing, in choosing to rise above the momentary chaos. Restraint creates space for reflection, allowing you to assess the situation, understand your emotions, and decide how best to move forward without regret. Practicing restraint doesn't mean you're weak or passive. Quite the opposite. It demonstrates profound self-discipline and self-respect. By not engaging in negativity, you affirm that you refuse to give power to someone else's words or actions. You signal to yourself and the world that you value your energy, your integrity, and your peace more than any fleeting need to retaliate. In many ways, restraint is an act of faith. It's trusting that silence can sometimes convey more than 1,000 words. It's believing that your character and actions will speak louder than any insult or provocation. And it's knowing that you don't need to win every battle to win the war of personal growth and fulfillment. Ultimately, restraint empowers you to rise above. It reminds you that you are in control of your narrative, not the people who try to pull you down. It is the quiet, steady strength that fuels resilience and fosters grace, allowing you to move forward with confidence and dignity, no matter the circumstances. Controlling your narrative is about owning your story, your voice, and your reactions in every situation. It's understanding that while you may not have control over what others say or do, you always have control over how you respond and how you respond and how you respond and how you choose to define yourself. Your narrative isn't just about the events in your life. It's about the meaning you assign to those events and the message you project to the world. When someone disrespects you, it can feel like an attack on your identity, your values, or your worth. The natural impulse might be to defend yourself, to correct the wrong, or to fight back against the insult. But in doing so, you risk letting someone else dictate the terms of your response. The moment you react in anger or haste, you hand over a piece of your power to them. Controlling your narrative means refusing to let their actions dictate your story. Instead, you take a step back. You choose your words carefully, or sometimes you choose no words at all. You remember that silence can be one of the most eloquent responses. It shows that you are not swayed by negativity and that you are grounded in who you are. By not engaging in unnecessary conflict, you reaffirm your confidence and demonstrate that your self-worth doesn't depend on external validation. Controlling your narrative also involves focusing on what truly matters, your goals, your core purpose, and your journey. It's about not allowing the noise of disrespect to derail your path or distract you from your priorities. When you control your narrative, you decide how much weight to give to someone else's actions. You choose to let their negativity fade into the background while you continue to move forward with grace and determination. Controlling your narrative is an act of empowerment. It's a declaration that your life and your energy belong to you, not to those who seek to diminish them. It's about living intentionally, staying true to your values, and maintaining your integrity no matter the circumstances. It's the strength to rise above and the wisdom to understand that your story is yours to write. Rising above is about refusing to let negativity, disrespect, or adversity define you or your actions. It's a choice to elevate yourself beyond the petty, the hurtful, and the unkind, focusing instead on your values, purpose, and inner strength. When faced with disrespect, the easy path is to meet it with equal negativity, to retaliate, or allow anger to dictate your response. But rising above is the conscious decision to take the higher road, not because you are incapable of reacting, but because you know you're capable of so much more. This choice is not about dismissing your feelings or pretending that hurt doesn't exist. It's about recognizing that those feelings are valid but do not have to control you. Rising above means understanding that your dignity, character, and peace are too important to be compromised by someone else's lack of respect. It's an act of self-respect to protect your energy and focus on what truly matters. When you rise above, you set a powerful example not just for others, but for yourself. You show that grace under pressure is not only possible, but transformative. It shifts the power dynamic, making it clear that you will not be dragged into negativity. Instead, you choose to respond with poise, showing that no matter what is thrown your way, you are unshakable. Rising above is also about perspective. It's recognizing that a moment of disrespect or conflict is just that, a moment. It doesn't define you, your worth, or your future. By choosing to rise above, you see the bigger picture, focusing on your goals and aspirations rather than letting minor distractions pull you down. To rise above is to stand in your power. It's about lifting yourself higher, not to prove anything to anyone, but to remain true to who you are. It's a demonstration of strength, resilience, and grace that keeps you moving forward, untouched by the negativity that surrounds you. Time has a way of uncovering truths that words or immediate actions cannot. It is a powerful revealer, exposing intentions, character, and outcomes in ways that are often impossible to see in the heat of the moment. When faced with disrespect, the temptation to respond quickly can feel overwhelming, as if an immediate reaction will set things right. But time, with its steady and impartial passage, often speaks louder and more convincingly than any instant retort. By choosing patience over impulsivity, you allow time to do its work. In the quiet space of waiting, clarity emerges. The true nature of a situation or a person often becomes more evident as emotions settle and perspectives broaden. What might have felt like an urgent need to defend yourself can transform into an understanding that the moment was never as significant as it seemed. Disrespectful actions or words often reveal more about the person who delivered them than about you. Given time, this truth becomes apparent to both you and others. Time also allows consequences to unfold naturally. When you respond with calm and composure, it creates a contrast to the behavior of those who disrespect you. Over time, your restraint and grace highlight their negativity without you having to say a word. It's not about seeking vindication, but about trusting that authenticity and integrity ultimately shine through, even in challenging circumstances. Furthermore, time gives you the opportunity to grow. It provides the distance needed to reflect, heal, and strengthen your resolve. It reminds you that no moment, however painful or frustrating, is permanent. With each passing day, what once seemed critical fades into perspective, leaving behind lessons that shape you into someone even stronger and wiser. In the end, time has a way of revealing the truth, restoring balance, and offering wisdom to those who are willing to trust its process. By embracing time as an ally, you demonstrate patience, maturity, and faith in yourself. You understand that silence and composure are not signs of defeat, but investments in a future where truth and character prevail. The ripple effect reminds us that our actions, words, and even our silences extend far beyond the immediate moment. Every reaction we choose creates waves that influence not only ourselves but also those around us. When faced with disrespect, it's easy to feel as though the moment exists in isolation, but how you respond sends signals that ripple outward, shaping perceptions, emotions, and relationships in ways that may not be immediately visible. Choosing to remain calm and composed in the face of negativity sets a tone. It communicates strength, self-control, and a refusal to be dragged into conflict. This energy influences others who witness your response, inspiring respect and admiration for your restraint. Those who see you hold your ground with dignity are more likely to view you as a person of integrity, someone who chooses grace over impulsiveness. At the same time, your response affects the person who disrespected you. Meeting their negativity with anger or retaliation may escalate the situation, creating a chain reaction of conflict that serves no one. But when you respond or choose not to respond with calm, it interrupts the cycle. It sends a clear message that their behavior doesn't control you, leaving them to confront their actions without the fuel of your reaction. Beyond the immediate moment, the ripple effect extends inward, shaping your own self-perception and emotional state. Every time you choose patience over impulsivity, you strengthen your sense of self-discipline and self-worth. You prove to yourself that you are not defined by the actions of others, but by the values you uphold. These ripples of confidence and peace carry forward, influencing how you approach future challenges. The ripple effect also reminds us that we have a responsibility to the broader environment we create. By responding with thoughtfulness and restraint, you contribute to a culture of respect and understanding. Your choice to rise above can inspire others to do the same, creating a positive ripple that spreads far beyond the original moment of conflict. In the end, the ripple effect shows us that even in small moments, our choices matter deeply. Each reaction we make has the potential to create waves of positivity or negativity, and by choosing composure, we ensure those ripples lead to something constructive, uplifting, and enduring. A self-worth reminder is a grounding moment that reconnects you to your inherent value, especially in the face of disrespect or negativity. It's easy to let the words or actions of others make you question yourself, to wonder if their behavior reflects something lacking in you. But self-worth isn't dictated by external forces, it comes from within, rooted in the understanding that your value is intrinsic and unshakable, no matter how others treat you. When someone disrespects you, it's often more about their shortcomings than anything you've done. Their actions stem from their frustrations, insecurities, or inability to communicate effectively. Recognizing this truth can shield your self-esteem from the sting of their behavior. It's a reminder that you are not defined by how others treat you, but by how you choose to respond. A strong sense of self-worth empowers you to stay composed, even in challenging situations. It reminds you that you don't need to prove yourself to anyone or engage in unnecessary conflict to validate your value. You can walk away from negativity knowing that your dignity and integrity remain intact. When you understand your worth, disrespect loses its power over you. It becomes less about what they said or did, and more about the confidence you carry in knowing who you are. Maintaining a high regard for your self-worth also means setting boundaries. It's about recognizing what you deserve and refusing to tolerate less. When you choose not to react impulsively to disrespect, it's not because you're avoiding confrontation, it's because you're protecting your peace and prioritizing your well-being. Your worth is too great to be diminished by someone else's inability to see it. Ultimately, reminding yourself of your self-worth in moments of disrespect is an act of self-love. It's affirming that no matter what happens, you are enough. You are deserving of respect, kindness, and understanding, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. By holding on to this truth, you rise above negativity and continue to move forward with confidence, grace, and an unshakable sense of self. Picking your battles is about knowing when to engage and when to let go, recognizing that not every conflict or slight deserves your energy. It's a practice of discernment, a way of prioritizing your peace and focusing your efforts where they truly matter. Life presents countless moments of challenge, from minor irritations to significant disputes, but wisdom lies in understanding that fighting every fight can leave you drained and distracted from what's truly important. When faced with disrespect, the urge to respond can feel immediate and justified. You might feel compelled to defend yourself, correct the other person, or assert your perspective. But reacting to every slight can entangle you in unnecessary negativity. Instead, stepping back and asking, is this worth my time and energy, can provide clarity. Many conflicts lose their significance when viewed from a broader perspective, revealing themselves to be distractions rather than meaningful battles. Choosing which battles to fight doesn't mean avoiding confrontation entirely. It means engaging only when the outcome aligns with your values or contributes to your growth. It's about standing up for yourself in ways that are constructive and purposeful rather than reactive or impulsive. Not every disagreement requires your participation, and not every insult deserves a response. By picking your battles wisely, you conserve your emotional resources for situations where your involvement can make a real difference. This approach also helps maintain your focus on your larger goals. When you expend energy on petty disputes, you risk losing sight of what truly matters. Picking your battles allows you to stay aligned with your purpose, refusing to be derailed by distractions. It's about staying grounded, choosing peace over conflict whenever possible, and engaging only when it serves a higher purpose. Picking your battles is a practice of empowerment. It's an acknowledgement that your time, energy, and peace are precious and not to be squandered on things or people unworthy of them. By doing so, you maintain control over your life, ensuring that your focus remains on what truly deserves your attention and effort. Healing through silence is a powerful and often underestimated practice. In a world filled with noise and constant reactions, silence offers a sanctuary where you can process emotions, regain clarity, and rebuild your inner strength. When faced with disrespect or pain, the instinct to respond or retaliate is natural. However, choosing silence creates a space where you can prioritize your healing over external validation or confrontation. Silence is not about suppressing your feelings or pretending that hurt doesn't exist. It's about creating a safe, quiet space to feel, reflect, and understand those emotions on your terms. In that silence, you can explore what the experience meant to you without the added layers of external judgment or conflict. It allows you to sit with your feelings, acknowledge them, and begin to let them go without being consumed by the chaos of immediate reactions. Through silence, you gain the perspective needed to see the situation clearly. Emotions, especially in the wake of disrespect, can cloud judgment and lead to impulsive decisions that may not serve you in the long run. Silence provides a pause, a chance to step back and view the situation from a distance. Over time, this clarity helps you separate the hurtful moment from your identity, reminding you that you are more than what happened to you. Silence also protects your energy. Reacting to negativity often drains you, pulling you into cycles of conflict that can deepen wounds rather than heal them. By choosing silence, you shield yourself from unnecessary stress and focus instead on nurturing your well-being. It's a way of reclaiming your power, showing that your peace matters more than proving a point or seeking retribution. In that quiet space, healing begins. You start to reconnect with yourself, rediscovering your strength and resilience. Silence becomes a tool for self-care, giving you the time and room needed to grow beyond the hurt. It allows you to emerge not only healed, but stronger, wiser, and more grounded. Ultimately, healing through silence is an act of self-love. It's a decision to put your well-being first, to trust that your peace is worth preserving, and to understand that true healing doesn't require words or validation from others. It happens within, in the stillness where you can fully embrace your strength and move forward with grace. An example of grace is found in the moments when you choose dignity over discord, composure over chaos, and kindness over retaliation. Grace is not about being passive or ignoring the hurt. It's about carrying yourself with a sense of calm strength that reflects your values even in the face of challenges. It is a quiet yet powerful response to adversity, showing the world that you can rise above negativity without compromising who you are. When someone disrespects you, grace looks like pausing instead of reacting. It's resisting the urge to match their energy and choosing instead to maintain your own peace. This doesn't mean you accept the behavior or condone it. It means you refuse to let it pull you into a space that doesn't align with your integrity. Grace is choosing to be measured in your words and deliberate in your actions, allowing you to protect your dignity while addressing the situation in a way that serves your growth. Grace is also evident in your ability to see beyond the immediate conflict. It's understanding that everyone carries their own struggles, and sometimes disrespect stems from someone else's pain or insecurity. Extending compassion in such moments doesn't excuse their actions, but demonstrates your ability to lead with empathy and wisdom. It's saying, I will not let your behavior change who I am, and holding firm to that commitment. When you embody grace, you set an example for others, whether you realize it or not. Those around you witness your strength and poise, learning that power doesn't come from dominating a situation, but from handling it with respect and calmness. You inspire others to approach their own challenges with the same level of composure and resilience, creating a ripple effect of positive energy. Grace is not always easy. It requires self-awareness, patience, and a deep sense of self-worth. But when you choose it, you take control of your narrative and rise above the moment. It is a quiet declaration of your strength, reminding you and the world that your character is unshakable, even in the face of adversity. Focusing forward is about directing your attention and energy toward what lies ahead, rather than allowing past conflicts or challenges to derail you. It's a mindset that helps you maintain clarity and purpose no matter the obstacles that arise. When you face disrespect or adversity, it's easy to get caught up in what's been said or done to you, to dwell on the hurt or the unfairness of it all. But focusing forward is a conscious decision to not let those moments define you or your path. It's a commitment to keep your eyes on your goals and your values, regardless of the distractions around you. When you focus forward, you acknowledge the past without letting it hold you back. You allow yourself the space to process your feelings, but you don't let them determine your future actions. Instead of getting stuck in resentment or frustration, you move past those emotions and look toward the next steps you want to take in life. You understand that every setback is just a detour, not the end of the road. The direction of your life is not determined by a single moment or the opinions of others. It's shaped by where you choose to go next. This forward-thinking mindset encourages growth. It reminds you that every challenge, every counter, even those filled with disrespect, offers a lesson that can propel you forward. The key is not to get bogged down by the weight of past negativity, but to use it as fuel to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. By focusing forward, you take control of your journey, ensuring that your energy is spent on what truly matters to you, your purpose, your aspirations, and your well-being. Focusing forward also helps you maintain peace. When you stay fixated on the past or on how others have treated you, it's easy to lose your sense of calm and balance. But by directing your focus toward the future, you free yourself from the emotional burden of past conflicts, allowing you to move through life with greater ease and confidence. In the end, focusing forward is a form of empowerment. It's a declaration that you are the one in control of your life, that no one else's actions can define your path unless you let them. It's about embracing the possibilities ahead and choosing to move toward them with intention, no matter what's happened in the past.